Skills and practice. Getting started. What tactics are often used in a negotiation?
I'll just let you know that my first response to hearing the word tactic is one that wants to challenge the use of that term or concept in any negotiations or consultation. But I'll answer the question on the surface first, and then perhaps pursue that a little bit more. There are three main frameworks that I see people using in negotiations or other methods of coming to agreements or dispute resolution, and they are positional bargaining, rights-based bargaining, and interest-based bargaining or negotiation. And I can explain those a little bit more if you want. But another method is using secondary issues to either address in a roundabout way, or even to avoid primary issues. That's just one method that people use. They'll maybe talk about something that is a substantive issue when really perhaps there's a social or an interpersonal or other issue that's really the issue that needs to be dealt with at that point in time. They just find it easier. Also, using various types of influence. Now, Dr. Fred Oster, who was head of the Conflict Analysis and Management Department at Royal Roads University, had once come up with, I think, a very helpful list of types of influence that people use in relationships, including negotiations. And on one end of the spectrum, you've got methods such as threats of violence, coercion, bribes, and then moving along to more acceptable methods, things like formal authority. I'm the boss, so I need you to get going and do that. Expert influence, perhaps you're really good at what you do, and because you're very good at what you do, people have high regard for you and will follow your lead on something. Using consultation and evidence. So if we're not sure how to proceed on a project, well, how about we hire somebody who knows a little bit about that or can do some research for us, and we'll use that to actually give us our direction in this work, whether it's a consultation around a larger project or negotiation. And then at the higher end of that spectrum of influence, things like people just respecting you. You've shown yourself to be a person of integrity. People trust what you say and how you approach things, and that influence can then be used to help lead other people in a negotiation or a consultation process. And again, I believe that shifting from rights-based conversation, nothing wrong with rights-based or talking about a position. Those are not bad things, but a lot of times they're very limited. And even if we're going to talk about what we have a right to in the situation, or what our position is, or what we believe should happen, if we truly allow for an exchange of interests and allow for effective engagement, I think that we'll find that that's when we actually start to see a more robust conversation, better trust building, and much more effective solutions to whatever situation we're dealing with.